When I was a kid and was lucky enough to go to an ice cream parlour, my favourite flavour was choc mint. Oh, I can still taste it now. Now I'm a big kid and I love to make it at home, and so can you. So in a bowl, we're going to start with some condensed milk. So you'll need 395 grams of condensed milk, so just 1 can. And we'll scrape that out. This is not only going to sweeten our ice cream, but it's also going to ensure that it doesn't crystallise too much when it goes into the freezer. Now for the flavouring. So I'm going to be using a peppermint extract, and I've tested this a few times and I find the perfect amount is ½ teaspoon. So we'll measure that out. You can get that fresh flavour of the mint. And this is not just choc mint. I've added another flavour because it's another favourite of mine. This is natural coconut essence because I just love coconut too, and these flavours work really well together. A little less of the coconut, so just ½ teaspoon of that can go in. So we'll mix that in. Now we need to get that green colour that we all associate this ice cream with, so a little food colouring. We're not going to use blue, but we will use our green. So we'll just be very careful when we use our food colouring. It's always best to take your time doing it, add a few drops, mix it in, and then add some more because you don't want it to be dark green. It just needs to be a pastel green. So I'm going to add 1, 2, 3 drops and then give that a stir. And that for me is plenty. By the time I mix this in with the cream, it'll become that perfect pastel green. This ice cream needs some texture, so I'm going to chop 100 grams of chocolate in. I like dark chocolate for this. I love the bittersweet flavour of it. So 1 of these blocks, and this one's 85% cocoa. Grab a knife and then just run your knife through it so we've got lots of little bits of chocolate. I don't want everything to be a small crumb, so just ensure that you've got the little bits and also a few chunks, just for that extra pop. Excellent. In it goes. And some coconut. This is just desiccated coconut. And I'll fold this through. That looks pretty good. Now I've got some whipped cream. This is just thickened cream, 400 mils. And I'm going to add about half of this mixture. And you want to keep the air in this cream. So you just want to gently fold it through. When you're whisking your cream, ensure that it doesn't go all the way to stiff peaks because it may curdle after you start mixing in the rest of the ingredients. So just before it forms those peaks. And the rest of this can go in. Now this is not too green, so that's okay. We can add a little bit more now, just to get that real pastel colour we're after. Give that a mix. And I think I am really happy with the way that's turned out. Now I'm going to place this into a 1 litre plastic container with a bit of cling film over the top, goes into the freezer, and ideally you want to do this the day before so it can completely set. All right, this ice cream has set, so it's time to have a taste. Take that lid off, and this is why I place a piece of cling film, just to ensure no crystallisation happens whatsoever. I love this style of ice cream because there's no churning. You don't need an ice cream machine, you just need a few good quality ingredients. And you also need some cones to serve it in. I've got some water here, some piping hot water. This is always a good idea when you're trying to scoop out your ice cream so it comes out nice and neat. And I think I may have to have a few scoops of this. 1 and maybe just 1 more. Oh, look at that. Coconut choc mint ice cream. There's just something about making ice cream at home for yourself, adding more chocolate if you like, or more coconut, or more mint flavour. That is a ripper of an ice cream. Brain freeze. It's worth it though.